Hey everyone, Mark from Coast to Country. Just sort of show you how I quickly tie my fenders up for a boat. I just thread this bit of nice soft yachting rope through, put a bit of a loop through, it's like a bit of a bow line. Go around like that, back through, just a simple knot so we can untie it really easily if we need to. What I like to do is get this little loop here as short as I can. Just grab a cable tie because I don't plan on taking these off the boat. Just lock this up here. That'll just stop this rope end slipping out if it's in a bit of rocking around in the swell a bit, or it rubs on a landing or something like that. Just a bit of extra security there. So what we can do then is shorten this little loop up a little bit. So I'll just thread that like that, pull that a bit tighter. So just keep a nice little loop around the end of the fender here. That's pretty much it. So that'll be that's quite a strong knot, and that won't come undone. It's just if you're up against the landing and you find with waves rocking back and forth, sometimes can start hammering that back through, or if a board or something got stuck in there. So there's no way that's going to come off. So all we do then is measure off a bit of rope. That should be plenty. This rope's terrible if you just cut it and try and seal it without taping the ends. It'll just phrase out. I'll show you that in a sec. So I just put the tiniest little bit of tape around it. You'd use really anything for this. Get a Stanley blade. So I just cut through, that just stops it all fraying out. And I'll just get a bit of map gas, cigarette lighter, whatever you want to use. Simply melt the end like that. You wet your fingers and squeeze it up a little bit if you wanted to. And you just take off the electrical tape. And that's pretty much it. So you've got a nice little soft rope that you can tie onto a rail. Do a quick half hitch over a bow rail or something like that. And it's really easy to come off. I'll show you when it's on the boat actually, how that can work. Or it's basically a simple knot like that, and then on your railing, and then you can throw that over the rail if you want to. Anyway, we'll do the other side. So again, just grab the end I just cut then. Seal it up so it doesn't fray everywhere. I'll just do the other end. Thread that through like that. Just get a bit of a natural loop here on the rope. Thread that through, around, like that. And we'll just keep these little tabs nice and short. Good quality cable tie on the end here. You can always cut these off with a knife later in the boat or something if we need to in an emergency. Cut them off nice and flush so don't scratch yourself on them. And then if you want to shorten that loop up a bit, you can. Just pull that one through. Something like that. Same again. Just get these roughly the same length. Not that it matters. So that's where I want to cut it there. So if you don't tape these, I'll just quickly show you what happens. I'll give myself, actually what I will do is I'll tape it where I do want it. So that's where we'll cut it. And for an experiment, because I'll have to fix this in a minute, I'll take this bit as well, where I'll recut this later, because I know what's going to happen in the middle when you don't. So if you don't tape these up and just say, all right, I want to cut my rope here, you can, these yachting ropes especially, so you hack your way through like so. What happens, they just blow out and fray quite a bit, and no matter what, if you try and keep them together, you end up having this massive big rod on the end, which, you know, that's not the end of the world either, but it's not half as pretty. And it's a bit, well, that's pretty warm, so it's not half as good as putting a bit of tape around it, cutting it. just keeps those ends together, especially with this type of rope. Just gives it a nice neat little join. You just simply take the tape off, and there's your join there compared to that join there. So a bit of a difference. I mean, that's just as good, but that tends to blow out a bit more. You can see it tapers out at the end. That's all nice and tight, that one. So anyway, just that's how I do it. I'll show you it on the boat. So here's our finished Fender. These are American made ones, I think. Polyform, US, made in the USA, G3s. Multiple sizes of these you can get. These are just a nice little medium size, lightweight. These ones are pre-filled. I think you can buy them in a flat pack, whack a bit of air in them. Don't want them over tight, you want them so they squeeze a bit. So anyway, the reason I do this, coming up to launch or whatever at your ramp, if you've got a bit of a railing or something, you're not just bashing your boat. I want to protect these side lights as well. So something like this, you can just do a simple bow line or something like that. Simple half hitch, I should say, around there, and you know, you can lock it off like that if you wanted to. And then what I find, this other tail here on the other end, the reason we put this end on is if you want to run this rail down the side of the boat like so, you can then tie it up so it sits like this. If there's a pole going this way, you can have it so it bashes on there, and it doesn't hurt to have a bit of rope in the water. It can't get around the prop or anything, it's so short, and when you're done, simply throw them inside your boat like that, and they just sit there out of the road pretty much. Great in an emergency too. Look, if someone happened to fall in and you didn't have a life jacket handy, it's 2 seconds, you just grab that and throw it to somebody. You could do a quick reef knot if you wanted to, put a loop in it like that, throw that to someone, you've got your own little handle. So just a good safety thing. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching that. If you like these videos, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.